Hello there. This is Cookies. I have turned 31 of MA Naba, and hopefully this is the last part of our war with Jotunheim. Doing the siege. If we find any sites, we don't. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the siege. So we've got our big formation here. I think everyone's on attack rear. I know the hurlers are really dangerous, but I want to get back here and kill this stuff. Then maybe the wall garrison routes. Now, you can see inside, there is a couple of these Gigias, and they've summoned a number of these Glossos, which are a pretty cool new unique summon for the giant nations, or I guess the Nordic giant nations. They have a Heat 3 effect, pretty cool. They are tramplers, they can take your bless, which is pretty cool, so they're enlarged. Have true sight because of that. They're stealthy 50, which is also pretty cool. 36 hit points, size 5. They can't trample cavalry. They can trample a lot of things smaller than cavalry. And they've got pretty decent MR, so as you go into the late game, you can probably layer a bunch of buffs on them, and I bet they get stronger the game goes on in some ways, because they do have this decent MR. And you can fix some of their other stuff like the protection. And they've got an okay attack, some okay damage with poison score that does a strong poison. There's a lot of things you can do to buff their damage in there. Really cool new summon. You really like it. They've got really nice map move as well. And really nice siege strength. So great for, especially when you're on the attack as Jotunheim. So the Falcons come in. The archers. I think I had them. Forget what kind of targeting I did. Maybe it was just hoping they would target the rear, but I'm pretty happy that they were. Unfortunately, the camel riders get in here first, and they're not going to have a great time. In some ways, I probably shouldn't have brought them. But they are distracting stuff back here. Probably should have done like a hold and fire up close. Might have been good. And then the Vanguard could have gotten in. And then I should have been doing a lot more. You can see the Soul Slaves clearing the wall guards. But maybe a lot more body ethereal would have been better. Just buff all these guys with body ethereal and let them get in there. Hopefully that's something I'll learn and adjust to in future sieges. Okay, we see a big color cascades thing coming out. That's for adding fatigue. But fatiguing these guys out really isn't a high priority. What I really want is the hurlers to die and whatever giants are remaining. So we can see some of the Vanguard have started filtering in, which is good. You see in here, hopefully we can break in. The wall guys have... Oh, good, we finally got a little bit of body ethereal. Some of the Adites are getting in. And you can see that extra pressure really helped clear out the gate. So we go ahead and clear out Osiri. We get... Oh, I should watch this. So if you remember, we had that thug that we made, Elfgang. Go ahead and watch his. So in with the Falcons. Where is he? I thought he jumped in the... Okay, so he's still doing his buff script. Alright, you can see he comes back here. So he's got... He is kind of fatigued out. The buff script was too long, I think. But he's got reasonable stuff. Again, I should have given him an armor. Only got 17 protection, 17 defense, so he's not like invincible or anything. He is fairly killy to giants, though. He's got this Thunder Whip, he's got an Axe of Sharpness, his 24 armor piercing. But he is fatigued out. So you can see he stunned this Phaecia, gave it profuse bleeding. He also fatigued himself out doing it. Back at 103 fatigue is not a great combination. And these glossos, who aren't even blessed, don't have the shock malice that the giants do. So, and even though he's got body ethereal, he's losing a bunch of HP on the trample. He kills the mage, but unfortunately he does die. But we do get, I think, almost all the gear back. Unfortunately, we lose him, and he was a 0 upkeep guy because he was a multi-hero. An unfortunate way to lose him. Honestly, probably didn't even need to send him in. If I'd done my Mukarib scripts better. You can see we got up to 17 Mukarib. It was a big improvement. We do win the battle. We lose 17 of these camel riders. Maybe some mounts made it back and whatnot, but I just kind of think of it as 17. And then we also lose 5 Janguard, so it wasn't too bad. And we've taken Osiri. So in terms of some additional fights, got Irene moving on to Jotunheim. There's just P here. Watch it. The good old fireflies of the vanilla casting. Then we've got Barb Attack on the throne, which is kind of hilarious. I didn't even know it was possible for the Independents to fight the Independents. But here we go. Barb Attack on the throne. And then we've got Gartha going after like he got hit with a night attack, so trying to clear that. Got a number of these statues. Yeah, backed up with some heavy infantry. I guess I could do like the panoramic thing around like this. Gartha ends up, I think, clearing out these knights. Putting up a hell of a fight, though. There we go. And then we go ahead and try to retake Fukan. I just guess these are militia with shields versus militia without shields. I also get reinforced leather. Eye protection. Yeah. I think the shield is going to make this rather lopsided, but the Adites should help. It looks like they're waiting when there's enough space, so when one of the smaller militia die. You can see the militia run, but the battle is generally won. We do retake Fukan. In Viliveros, or Independent. So this is our heal thing that we know won't work from last episode. So the script executes beautifully. So he's got 10 HP here in the battle. But if I go over here, you can see he's still at 2 HP, so that HP doesn't stay with him. Then Pyrene pings it as well. He asked me what I was up to, but he also used a disease. Funny. Then we have a couple of fights in the Man versus Asphodel saga. So we have a large man army here against a little bit of PD. Go ahead and take a look. So we've got some flanking wolves, large number of monks for banishment, large numbers of longbows. And the longbows do have a short sword. They can do a little bit of fighting. And some landless knights up front. I think I would want to put them in a bread line, just so they cover more of the line for the archers and just hold up and distract more enemies. I think I would want that. But yeah, very pretty cool little army. Lots of monks, longbows, some knights. It was very English during like the 100 Years' War. And then got Abyssia and Banderlog in the Phaecia Mountains. Abyssia storming the fort here. Looks like there's a little bit of stuff inside. We've got a guru, yogi. We've got enlarged. So, you know, cleanly Balin can do this. Balin's got some mages. Got divine blessing. A reminder for his bless, he's got regeneration and fire shield and a little bit of MR. I think the MR is from a throne though. Then some of the lizards are doing body ethereal. I believe he tested in these. The lizard shamans do okay with his bless. At least he said he tested it and they were fine. You've got some body ethereal going on. That's to help get through the walls. Decent amount of fire magic to also help get through. Fire auras. Fortunately, the little salamanders help too because they have the AoE 1 fire flare. Pretty nice, but it looks like they've routed. And the infantry are breaking through. Some are on attack closest, some are on attack rear, which is pretty nice. And it looks like they won the fight, so Balin's gained that fort. He loses a little bit of stuff. No sacreds. Losing 4 salamanders hurts. That's 200 gold. But other than that, I don't think he cares about the other stuff. He does kill some of Vandar's stuff. In Vlex, Fidel goes ahead and storms. So we have Phaecia's final defense, and it looks like Kirby summoned a whole bunch of hawks in here, like 4 casts. The number of great hawks. Got all these black hawks in here. He's got the wall garrison with the archers and the Phaecian infantry. These clockworks. Number of these orichalcum guard. It's like a little bit of leadership and resistances, and then some inspirational and some leadership. So his troops fight a little bit better. And some of the stuff. Here's the god. So we've got crystal paths. We have rune smasher paths. Have simulacrum project self nonsense with glamour and astral. Get all the glamour boosters. I don't know. Pretty good paths here. Inspiring researcher. Kind of cool. He has a titan. Unfortunately, no gear. I probably would have sold him some gear if he wanted it. Didn't realize he didn't have any gear for it. And then got some summon earth power, some quickness, protective winds. We've got the Grand Army of Asphodel. So we've got the Tramplers out in front. They'll hopefully punch through the gate. I think they should just be on attack, not hold an attack. I know you want to get buffs on them, dark skinned, but they don't wade. So you want to get your Tramplers in as quickly as possible. And especially with how fast the Centaur are, I have a feeling they're going to get stuck waiting. We have a bunch of these Jade Maidens back here as well for some attack rear bait. So looks like he should be set up to defend from these Blackhawks. And unfortunately maybe fortunately, but also unfortunately, the Blackhawks target the Minotaur blob and the Sacreds. The Sacreds probably aren't going to care too much. The Minotaurs are going to care because they're going to be busy killing all these Blackhawks. And I think some troops are going to come in here and get in the gate and block them as they're tramplers. The power of the spheres. Do you have cold resistance? A little bit. Okay, so you do find in the Yeti aura chill effect. So the tramplers are scattered. In come the centaurs. They're quick, and they're gonna block the minotaurs because tramplers do not wade yet. Hopefully they will at some point. Because of all the units that should be able to wade through allies to get to the enemy, it feels like tramplers should. We do have Twilight go up, so the +1 glamour, and a little bit of a precision penalty unless you have true sight or dark vision. Asphodel should have plenty of dark vision, or I guess spirit sight even. Let's just see if they take the precision back. Or... yeah, they're at +4. Okay, so spirit sight works just fine. I was wondering if it was just dark vision, just true sight. Spirit sight also. Alright, so the tramplers are not able to get into the gate just yet, like Distant Horizon wanted. But and some of these centaurs are asleep, so they might take a little bit longer to kill. Now, a lot of the minotaurs are berserking, so when they do get in there, they're gonna really get in there. Be a little more cinematic about it. So what he really honestly needs is a few of these sacreds to die and the minotaurs to run up and start trying to create space. Also, one of these squares in the gate got hit with Body Ethereal. They're going to be very hard to deal with. Alright, I had to pause for just a second. The battle actually ran a couple more seconds. Wouldn't be too bad, though. Yeah, sieges in Dom 6 are definitely can be tricky. He had a plan to get through the gate, but all the tramplers are way back here now. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little. Now we have some more ethereal troops in the gate. You can see all the attrition the archers are causing as well. Unfortunately here, looks like the defenders are out, which is pretty unlucky at 17 morale. I feel like they should hang in there. Maybe understandable for the archers to leave. Like some stuff got in there with them. Maybe some stuff got killed by the sacreds, and so they got the carrion seeds and turned into mannequins on the wall, but also got a minotaur up here. Not sure how he got up here. That's interesting because he's not flying or anything. Huh. Not quite sure how that one happened. But yeah, a little bit of an early route is unfortunate for Kirby because it looked like if things had stuck around, maybe he had some potential to at least even cause more attrition. But we're gonna start seeing these Minotaur get in here. They're size 4, so they're not actually going to trample the Phaecian Sacreds. But we've got a general rout happening. And so all the Colossi Weavers are back here. Forge bonus. Fortunately, Kirby was able to get a ton of research to make for a better last stand. He kind of got rushed down. And here we go. And yeah, it looks like all these guys are ethereal. And the Titan still doesn't care. He's got, fortunately, he's only got a 28 damage fist. Get fatigued out pretty quickly. Do they get... Oh, they're probably out of their carrying shots. I was wondering if they'd get, like, one of the new big size 6 carrying seed effects out of the Pretender. Well, we're on round 50. Still plenty of time. 101 HP. Yeah, Ring of Regen would have gone a long way here to maybe try and time this out. Like that and maybe like some sort of fire shield effect. But they eventually they get him. So pretty hefty cost. Kills 339, but 200 of those were Blackhawks. Number of mages, the Titan of Forethought, and 14 sacreds. On his side, loses a Dryad Hag, 11 of his own sacreds. But otherwise, not too bad. He gains a giant. Loses 2 to 4 Jade Maidens. Some mannequins. Does lose 16 Minotaurs. That's a pretty expensive loss. They're 50 gold each. But on the whole, I think Distant Horizon's probably pretty happy with this. He kills an opponent, gains that fort, and the attrition wasn't too bad. It certainly could have been a little bit worse even. The Blackhawks might have actually helped contribute to HP routing the army and probably didn't provide a lot of value. So might have actually been better off not summoning them in the first place. That's a hindsight thing. So probably just trying to spend his gems. Maybe I should have tried to. Probably should have tried to do some sort of trade. Could have sent him gear. Maybe gotten air gems from him. That would have been smart. I don't always do smart plays. So there's that. And I think that's all the battles. We had a famine, so another bad event. I believe we have luck 1 too. So you can see the result of, yeah, we got luck 2. So fairly unfortunate that we've taken all this luck and we're just racking up bad events. So Hopefully we can start getting a handle on our Dominion. In terms of what we're up to this turn, we're awakening a gen block, contacting a gen. Yeah, are we in the discount turn? You're not. I should have waited a turn to do. I'm going to get some research going now, I guess. Get our first Malika. We've got one gossamer cloth here for this. We've got 2 over here. We're going to go ahead and hide 50 units out of 59. I don't quite do that one right. Yeah, I do this one right. That's unfortunate. So theoretically, someone could spot this Garnet coming in. Specifically False God because he order with it. Hopefully he doesn't notice. Then yeah, we're still continuing our fort there. Giant palisades. And I think that's it. Still continuing to site search. You can see the coverage that we're racking up, a lot of 2s and 1s. Not getting a great return. There's a lot of manual site searching and got very poor gem income. Granted, a lot of our realm is coastal plains, which tend to have really shitty gem income, but pretty high population in gold. So we've got what I view as pretty decent income, but not a lot of gem income. And we're a pretty gem-focused nation. We can start getting gem income somewhere. And now that we've wrapped up the siege, we're going to go ahead and do a bunch of reaching minion in here. Our research does jump to 612. We're going to go ahead and run up to construction 5 to get all the items there, including some of the research boosters like Dreamstones. And other than that, I think we're good for turn 31. So I'll go ahead and see you in turn 32. And have a good one. Later.